dream, that dream is green. And I don't mean material things. Freedom to the land, child, woman, and man. As we take up for what we stand. Better days and better nights. As we stand and unite. We're one and the same. Why is it so hard not to point and to blame? Better sheet, get our houses in order and we'll see the peace. There are steps that we must take if we wanna see.
I see my people rising, no more stopping us. A couple billion acres across America, us. The peace rose for the sake of us.
The sake of us, the sake of us.
I see my people rising, no more stopping us. A couple billion acres across America, us. The peace rose for the sake of us. No more failing, telling me and beneath. What a beautiful moment, and a sight I can't wait to see. Even if I miss it, at least I wasn't part of the mission. Changing lives of men, women, and children. All glory goes to He that causes us all to be. Oh, and if they're thinking we can, we show them that just as long as we stand. A monument, we the people can't be broken as long as we stay focused. I see my people rising, no more stopping us. A couple billion acres across America, us. The peace rose for the sake of us. For the sake of us. I see my people rising, no more stopping us. A couple billion acres across America, us. The peace rose for the sake of us. I see my people rising, yeah.
All right. Should be able to hear me. Shalom, shalom, everyone. Welcome to another segment of the Writings of Wisdom. We have traveled and started in the book of Proverbs, attributed towards or written by Solomon. And we are in chapter 6. I'm only going to read a few verses in chapter 6, and then we're going to go ahead and go to chapter 8 and possibly 9. I'm going to briefly speak on today. I'm not going to go an hour and a half, anything like that. But I did want to make sure we came on this evening. For those that don't know me, I am Chief Prince Shema of House of Balance Assembly, Obeyed Ma'azan in Hebrew. And we focus on things pertaining to family, community. We focus on things as to why we're failing, why we're not accomplishing the things that we desire as a community, as a people. For those that's concerned with that, because everyone's not concerned with that. You know, a lot of people want to move on their own, justify their own cause. Dictate what is righteous to them versus what is righteous according to the Supreme King Yah. And that's understandable. We get it. We're in a society. We're in a moment to where we're able to do that. But for those that are truly seeking, truly searching, and truly desiring, we focus on them. Just like the Supreme King, he doesn't want anyone to perish. We don't want any one of the Supreme King's people to be removed, right? Be forgotten. So we do our best to go forward in righteousness. So hopefully you all can hear me. Put some ones in the chat for those that's tuning in. Put ones in the chat. And if you're watching back later, just let me know if my mouth is moving, but you're not hearing me. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're in Proverbs chapter 6, and we're just going to jump right down to verse 16. Because what is the truth of the matter? What is the matter that is the main focus when it comes to a people? What does the Supreme King or Hamelech Leon often press and push before the people? Let's go to some of the things that's spoken about. There are 6 things that the Supreme King hates, 7 that are an abomination to him. This abomination is very important to look at, because when we think about things that are called abominable, like these things that are what people don't want to deal with, don't want to be around, don't want to be associated with, right? Look at as completely forbidden to be around. They're typically called an abomination. So haughty eyes, right? A lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Just these first few is something that we should look at and consider. Are we lifting ourselves up or exalting our eyes, right? Are we lying? Is our hands quick to shed innocent blood or innocent blood at all? Right? It says a heart that devises wicked plans, try to figure out a way to get over something, get out of something that you belong in, right? Encourage or influence those to go against what the Supreme King has told us to go or do or go down, right? The path or the direction to be in. Feet that run rapidly to evil. A false witness who declares lies, and one who spreads strife among brothers, right? My son, comply with the commandment of your father and do not ignore the teaching of your mother. Why? Because the father and the mother will be embedding these characteristics, these traits within their family, within their children. And this is what he's doing, right? Strife among brothers does not help build. You're not able to succeed. You're not able to go forward as a community. We speak on this so much, but these are the very things that we keep neglecting. We don't neglect, as I always say, Shabtot, the Sabbaths. We don't neglect the feast days, what people call it. We don't neglect those things. We don't neglect the things of the world that we want, but we do neglect these principles, these commands, these statutes, the instruction, the Torot, of us to move in unity, right? Beyachad, or move as one, echad. So let's go ahead and jump right to chapter 8. I wanted to start there. We're not going to go through the rest of 6 or go to 7. I want to get right into what is the main thing that we are missing in our community. What is the main thing that we should allow outside of who the Supreme King Yah is, outside of the advice and the demonstration that most of the righteous men and or women, those that were blameless, those that was upright, outside of those things, what is the second thing that should be leading us? We're about to read about it now. Verse 1 says, does not wisdom call and understanding raise her voice? On top of the heights beside the way where the paths meet, she takes her stand, right? So on top of the heights beside the way is wisdom is everywhere. There are different levels of wisdom. The best portion of a wisdom, or the best status of wisdom, is called sound wisdom. But nonetheless, it says on top of the heights besides the way where the paths meet, she takes her stand beside the gates, at the opening to the city, at the entrance of the doors, she cries out. So wisdom is warning each and every one of us that identify with being sons and daughters of the Supreme King, those of us that are on a path and we believe ourselves to be on a path of righteousness or seeking out the Supreme King, Yah, wisdom is there. Wisdom is before us. Wisdom is everywhere. It's up to us to decide if we're going to listen, if we're going to follow it, if we're going to obey it. It says, to you, people I call, and my voice is to mankind. All right. Adam. My voice is to Adam. Wisdom is for everyone, right? That doesn't mean the promise and all these things is for everyone. I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that, but wisdom is for everyone. Why is it saying for mankind, for Adam? Why is wisdom? Now, it's a school of thought that think that those that derive from Adam comes from a chosen seed, and then there's some that thinks that when you think of Adam or mankind, that's talking about the world. So let's just say that it is for the world. It would be wise for the world to be obedient to the Supreme King Yah as well. It will be wise to fulfill what we read in Zechariah, what's going to be happening. It'll be wise to honor who the Supreme King tells the world to honor, to bring what needs to be brought to who he has put before the people. That's the wisdom. That's for everyone. To you, people I call, and my voice is to mankind. You naive ones, understand prudence, and you fools, understand wisdom. Right? Listen, for I will speak noble things, and the opening of my lips will reveal right things. For my mouth will proclaim truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Right? So if it's abomination to its lips, then wisdom will not be speaking to anyone that is walking in wickedness. Sound wisdom will not be speaking to anyone that is walking in wickedness. We have to understand that. We have to recognize that. And we have to see that through the consistency of the literature. Again, wisdom will not be speaking to anyone that is walking in wickedness, because if sound wisdom was speaking to anyone that was walking in wickedness, first of all, they wouldn't be walking in wickedness. It says, for the mouth will proclaim truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. These are certain things that we should be focusing on. We focus on the wrong things. It's important to know prophecy. It's important to know who is what. It's important to know. Me and my Ishah was talking about the earth being either what people call plains or flat, with a dome, or being round. It's important to know those things, sure, but is those things, or are those things, fulfilling and bringing you closer to the Supreme King? It's bringing you closer because you're understanding how he functions, but are those the pillars, the principles? Are those things helping you be successful in your relationships? Are those things helping you to maintain people that are good, right? That's what we was reading about, what Shlomo has said, good people. Are these things bringing peace to you? Is it forever strife? We just read that in chapter 6. Right, a brother should not be causing strife, or sister. If you are doing that, you are not operating within wisdom. This is just true according to our literature, according to our school of thought as Bnei Yisrael. According to those things, this is true. According to the world, maybe not. What I'm saying can be, that's just your opinion. No, this is not my opinion. This is the Supreme King's opinion according to those that was deemed righteous. In this case, in the early years of Shlomo, he was deemed that in the early years before he did what he did. He was deemed wise before he did what he did. So our people, our forefathers and mothers, they understood what I'm saying right now. It is our job today in 2026 to understand this as well. Shalom to those of you that's tuning in right now. Please like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments and thoughts, please, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. All right. Verse 8 says, all the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing crooked or perverted in them. If we are operating in wisdom, there is nothing, sound wisdom, because wisdom can be subjective, depending on who's speaking on it, who's saying what it is, what culture is identifying with how they're supposed to move. Laws, right? Torah. That's why I call this, our Torah, the royal Torah, because Torah just means instructions. That's it. Or instruction. Torot just means instructions. So that can go for any group of people. They have their own Torah, their own instructions, their own Torah, their own instruction. But the royal law, the royal Torah, is that of the Supreme King, who wrote it with his own fingers, according to what we believe, according to what our history says. So it says, all the words of my mouth. What's the mouth? Wisdom. Are in righteousness. There is nothing crooked or perverted in them. So when we're speaking, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my mind and my heart be acceptable. When we're speaking, it should always lead to the best of our ability. I want to say always, but I understand people say, well, it's impossible. When we're intentional, that impossibility, the probability of that is very low, that you can't do it. I think I'm saying that the right way. You all know what I mean if I'm not. When we're operating in the wisdom that the Supreme King has given us through his instructions, through his messengers, through those of us that's present in 2026 that's operating in it, we will not walk in crookedness or perversion. We won't. But these things, when I'm saying it, it sounds impossible because what has been spoon-fed to us over and over and over and over and over so many years in our lives. Whether you are someone that grew up in this walk that we're in, or whether you're someone that's just found out about it, whether you're someone that's a Christian that's watching this, right? Or whether you're someone that's transitioning over to our belief system or another, you have been spoon-fed everything you know theologically. Mostly, depending on your dedication to study. But you don't have to stop there. All right, let's keep going. They are all straightforward to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Accept my instruction and not silver. Wait a minute. This says accept my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. Doesn't mean that you don't need it, but instruction is greater than that. The Supreme King's knowledge is greater than gold. Once we realize that, we can navigate properly, for wisdom is better than jewels, and all desirable things cannot compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. The fear of Yah is to hate evil, but we don't suppose to hate, people say. The fear of the Supreme King Yah, the fear of Hamelech HaElyon, right? The fear of Hamelech HaElyon, Yahweh Tzebot, is to hate evil, to hate pride, to hate arrogance, the evil way, and a perverted mouth. I hate. If wisdom hates it, we should. Because that's what we're supposed to be operating in. That doesn't mean we don't supposed to love in a way to help usher them or a person or people away from it, or ourselves away from it. We have the love to do so, but we should hate the act. We should hate the intention. We should hate the consistency of that. And we should remove ourselves away from it if it remains. We just read that. We just read that. Or we will read that. Forgive me. All right. Advice is mine and sound wisdom. Listen to that. Why does it say sound wisdom? Because there's a difference between just wisdom and sound wisdom. There are a lot of men and women that to us, we believe them to be wise. And to be truthful, I always press to be truthful, but there's wisdom in age. You learn what you should not have done and you may stop doing it. That is wise. But sound wisdom will cause you not even to go in that direction. And many of us have came and we're where we're at right now. We are where we are at right now. And we have become sound. Some of us are afraid to embrace it. Some of us are afraid to speak authoritatively, righteously, and in a humble way. By the way, you can be humble, but be authoritative in your servitude with the Supreme King, in your understanding that blamelessness is an expectation, in your understanding that righteousness is an expectation. So advice is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. Power is mine, right? The same power, the same understanding will be given to you all, given to us, given to me, as long as we are operating in consistency and undivided loyalty to the Supreme King, Yah. I say Yah for short because there's different ways that people say it. But if we understood, if we say it fast enough, the way that we speak in English, all of them will sound the same, except maybe Yahweh. But that's another topic. I like to drop little jewels as I'm speaking on certain things, especially the language. Especially the language. By me kings reign and rulers decree justice. By me princes rule and nobles, all who judge rightly. Notice that. So wait a minute. By me, what is the me? Wisdom. Wisdom was there in the beginning with the Supreme King. So anything that operates within wisdom is operating within the Supreme King. And anytime that wisdom is operating, and that is given by the Supreme King, is no and ifs or buts. But it says, by me kings reign. But a certain type of kings, not all kings. And rulers decree justice, because not all kings are balanced. Not all leaders or kings will do it in justice. We know that to be true. And a lot of us have to understand and find out who those people are. It takes time. It takes diligence. It takes faithfulness. It takes discretion. It takes time. Don't rush it. Unless the Supreme King moves you to go there, do not rush it, because you will end up being hurt. It's not wise to rush it. It's not wise. By me kings reign. Who is the me? Wisdom. And rulers decree justice. By me princes rule and nobles, all who judge rightly. So we understand that those that judge rightly is operating with the wisdom that is given by the Supreme King. Sound wisdom. If they're not operating rightly, judging fairly and in balanced way, they're not operating in wisdom. You are not operating in wisdom if you are judging in a way, speaking too quickly, not getting all the information, not making sure you ask the right questions, not making sure you just jump just because something is said, not making sure that you have both parties present if we're talking about people in arguments or any matters, court type matters. If you're just believing what someone tells you just because it's them, if it's somebody that you know and you know their reputation is heavy, you still have to go both routes. You can have in your mind, okay, this person has been consistent from day one. This person has not been consistent from day one, but that person that has been consistent can possibly end up lying. You never know. We don't want to talk about those truths. I want anyone and everyone that's a part of us, whether it's covenant, whether it's a part of the assembly, to always make sure, even dealing with me, even dealing with my Isha, Princess Amuna, even dealing with Chief Prince Abulin, even dealing with us, make sure you hold us to that same point. But make sure when you're coming in that direction towards us that you are as well. We all have to do that. The reason we're failing in a lot of assemblies and groups of people is because that's not what we're doing. So sound wisdom is not within us. We're only going to be going for about another 10 minutes, you all. Again, I said earlier, we just wanted to come on for a few minutes. Tomorrow is actually, we're going into tomorrow is actually me and my wife's 4th year marriage anniversary. So, then we got a long trip to Detroit tomorrow, and be in Illinois after that for a few days as well to visit family. So prayers from the righteous that we make it back safely the way that we left. Let's continue. I love those who love me. Wait a minute. So those who do not love wisdom, the wisdom does not love. And if that's the case, if wisdom don't love them, then that means the Supreme King Yah doesn't. Wait a minute. That sounds crazy. That sounds so weird, me saying that. Most High don't want no one to perish within the covenant. But the Most High, according to our scripture and consistency of the text and context, he doesn't come around or put himself in the presence of filthiness when it comes to behavior and morality. Morality. He doesn't love those things. He doesn't like those things, according to our text, according to our history and understanding. All right. It says, I love those who love me, and those who diligently seek me will find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring wealth and righteousness. Notice how it went from saying love wisdom more than silver, more than gold. Don't even go after those things before you go with me. Then it says, with me, riches and honor are with me, enduring health and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, even pure gold. See what I'm saying? And my yield better than choice silver. Just reiterating what it said before. I walk in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of justice. That is who I'm among. That's where I'm always traveling within. When I was searching on the heights and all through the cities and all through the towns, and I'm paraphrasing, I was searching for these individuals who are going to be on my path, and that is the way of righteousness. The way of treating people fairly. This is how we are supposed to move. To endow those who love me with wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. The Supreme King created me at the beginning of his way before his works of old. So you're talking about something that was present before anything. So the wisdom, the rightfully so, should be called that because it knows how everything was fashioned and produced. Knows everything. From eternity I was established. From the beginning, from the earliest times of the earth, when there were no clean depths, I was born. When there were no springs abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills, I was born. While he had not yet made the earth and the fields, nor the first dust of the world, when he established the heavens, I was there. When he inscribed a circle on the face of the deep, when he made firm skies above, when the springs of the deep became fixed, when he set a boundary for the sea so that the water would not violate his command. That's interesting right there, right? A boundary for the sea. When he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was beside him as a master workman, and I was his delight daily. So the Supreme King's delight daily is wisdom, sound wisdom, that is. Don't you think if we operated within it, when it pertains to our behavior, that we will be able to delight as well? Rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the world, his earth, and having my delight in the sons of who? Mankind. Whether you are a pod the fold who's supposed to be being a light to the nations, or whether you are supposed to be the nations that are coming amongst us. That's wisdom to do so. It would be unwise not to understand what has been laid out, what's supposed to be. I mentioned that earlier. Zechariah, what's going to happen? All the families of the earth going to be coming down. Right? Now then, sons, listen to me, for blessed are those who keep my ways. Listen to instruction and be wise, and do not neglect it. Blessed is the person who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at my doorposts. Right? So wait, you're watching daily at my gates. So that's what you're looking for. When you think about it, think of when we was just reading in the Torah, the royal Torah, the royal law. When we read, I believe this past Yom Shabbat, how we're supposed to be going over the scriptures, how we're supposed to be meditating on his word daily, when we're going, when we're walking, right? When we're laying down, lying down, all these different things. It's saying the same thing right here. And it says, blessed is the person who listens to me, watching daily at my gate. So that's your focus. Think about your pets. Think about if you got a dog, anybody got a dog, whenever you're moving, it's just watching you wherever it goes. Wherever you go, it's watching. It's keeping its eyes on you. Our eyes should be kept on wisdom, waiting at my doorpost. So you're there, you're standing there, you're waiting for the instruction, you're waiting on how to move. For one who finds me finds life and obtains favor from the Supreme King Yah, from Hamelech Halion. But one who stands against me injures himself. All those who hate me love death. All right. Let's see how much we have in chapter 9. I think we just hit that mark. 32 minutes. All right, we got about 8 minutes. Let's see how far we could go in verse 1. Chapter 9, forgive me. We're going to close out soon. Like I said, I didn't want to postpone this. I want to make sure Monday, Wednesdays, we are here. Wednesday is actually the first day of the conference. So there's a chance that I may not be able to come at the time that we say, but I will make it my business to at least go live, even if it's 10 minutes, if I can, because I want to be committed to what I said. And I want to make sure that we travel through these writings of wisdom together, right? We grow together, we learn, we build, see if it's anything we could extract from it and apply to today. All right. Wisdom has built her house. She has carved out her 7 pillars. It's interesting because House of Balance Assembly has 7 pillars that we have. We have 7 pillars as it pertains to our assembly. She has prepared her food. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her attendants. She calls out from the tops of the heights of the city. We just read this. Wisdom is calling for us, but are we listening? Wisdom is calling for each and every one of us, the people of the Supreme King, and every messenger, every Mashiachim, every man or woman that was righteous is calling out to the people, every last one of us. And I pray that the Supreme King deems those of us in House of Balance Assembly, those very same people of old, and we're doing it today. We pray that that's who we are. We're supposed to call out to the people. Don't force them, but call it out. Provoke thought, provoke change. And while doing so, make sure that you're maintaining in righteousness. Don't just say it as a catchphrase. I haven't said that in a while. A lot of us, we say catchphrases, righteous, wicked, all these different terms. It became a catchphrase to us. It's not life to us. So from the tops of the heights of the city, whoever is naive, let him turn in here. To him who lacks understanding, she says, wisdom, come eat of my food and drink of the wine I have mixed, not the wine that you mix. Abandon your foolishness and live, and proceed in the way of understanding. One who corrects a scoffer, watch this. I talk about scoffers all the time. Scoffers will destroy assemblies. It will destroy families. It will destroy relationships. It tells you right here, one who corrects a scoffer gets dishonor for himself. When I'm doing this, I'm not correcting scoffers. I'm letting you know that scoffers will not be amongst House of Balance Assembly. And a lot of assemblies keep the scoffers there. And the reason sometimes they don't know that the scoffers is there is because the member is just a member. That's it. It's just a number, but it's not someone that you are building with daily throughout the day. It should be some type of interaction throughout the week, multiple times, so that we all can hold each other accountable, so that we all can encourage each other. Hey, you know what? Right? Or achot, look, we shouldn't be talking like this, or we shouldn't be talking about this. Hey, if you want to talk about this person in something, let's call them. Like, this is how we should be moving. But most of us do not. So it says, one who corrects a scoffer gets dishonor for himself. You're wasting your time. Say what it is for a scoffer. Give the scoffer the opportunity to change, to not be rebellious. If the person decides that they want to continue, hey, I love you, man, but I got to let you go. We cannot have that here. And one who rebukes a wicked person gets insults for himself, right? They don't want this. Scoffers don't want to be corrected. The wicked person don't want to be rebuked. But watch this. Do not rebuke a scoffer or he will hate you. Rebuke a wise person and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise person and he will become still wiser. Teach a righteous person and he will increase his insight. See, people that move in wickedness, people that are scoffers, people that do all these things, they still could come from it. It's when you speak with them, if they continue within it, then they're not going to accept what you're saying. But if they're trying to take it in and increase their life and strengthen their closeness and relationship with the Supreme King and just their behavior in general, they will listen. But most people won't. Most people will listen to what I'm saying right now and just remove it and just continue with their day. But this is not for them. These words, what we're going over now, this is not for them. This is for those that may be in that path right now and want to change and shift and go away from it. This is those that's not in that path, in alignment with where we are at, but just need to keep hearing it so they can remain steadfast in it. The fear of the Supreme King is the beginning of wisdom. That is the true beginning of fear, right? The beginning of wisdom is when you truly understand fearing the Supreme King Yah. And this type of fear or reverence is something that's a part of your life daily. Not like if somebody pulled a firearm on you and you're like, oh, or somebody startled you. Oh, you know, if a dog run out on you, oh, but when that dog is behind the gate, you good. You walking, you ain't scared. When that firearm is up and somebody walking past, you're not scared. See, we're reverencing them. We're supposed to be reverencing the Supreme King at all times. We're supposed to be pressing to do that. We're supposed to be pressing not to fail at that. That is the beginning of wisdom. And the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For by me, your days will be multiplied and years of life will be added to you. We are about to close out in 1 minute, you all. If you are wise for yourself. And if you scoff, you alone will suffer from it. Why? Because eventually, either the Supreme King Yah, Hamelech Elyon, is going to deal with you, or something is going to happen that you're not going to like. That's just what it is. A woman of foolishness is boisterous. She has a lack of understanding and knows nothing. She sits at the doorway of her house on a seat by high places of the city, calling to those who pass by, who are going straight on their paths, right? Whoever is naive, let him turn in here. And to him who lacks understanding, she says, stolen water is sweet, going all again, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant, taking you away from the foundational instructions that was given to us, the royal Torah, the royal law. But he does not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol. All right, you all. I appreciate those of you that was tuning in. Those that's watching this back, I pray that it's something that has been said in this portion of the writings of the wisdom. I wanted to go about 40 minutes. We're just hitting 40 minutes and 25 seconds. We are about to close out. We will return on Wednesday. If you missed the other ones prior to this, make sure you go to the playlist, The Writings of Wisdom. We just started. We did about 3 of them so far, I believe. And just take notes on some of them. And I pray that it provokes thought and change in your life. Until next time, shalom to you and your household in righteousness.
I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I see a dream, that dream is green. And I don't mean material things. Come to the land, child, woman, and man, as we take up for what we stand. Better days and better nights, as we stand and unite. We're one and the same. Why is it so hard not to point and to blame? Better sheet, get our houses in order and we'll see the peace. There are steps that we must take if we wanna see.
I see my people rising, no more stopping us. A couple billion acres across America, us. The peace rose for the sake of us.
The sake of us, the sake of us.
I see my people rising, no more stopping us. A couple billion acres across America, us. The peace rose for the sake of us. No more feeling, telling, being beneath. What a beautiful moment, and a sight I can't wait to see. Even if I miss it, at least I wasn't part of the mission. Changing lives of men, women, and children. Our glory goes to He that causes us all to be. Oh, and if they're thinking we can, we show them that just as long as we stand. A monument, we the people can't be broken as long as we stay focused. I see my people rising, no more stopping us. A couple billion acres across America, us. The peace rose for the sake of us. For the sake I see my people rising, no more stopping us. A couple billion acres across America, us. The peace rose for the sake of us. I see my people rising.